Welcome back. Even after his passing, Navy SEAL Chris Kyle's legacy lives on. Before being fatally shot at a gun range in Texas in February, the slain sniper and our next guest were organizing a concealed weapons course. Kyle's dream came to fruition this past weekend down in Texas, packing Kennedale's high school auditorium with more than 700 teachers and administrators. And joining us right now is Kyle's partner in this endeavor and dear friend as well, Chief of Public Safety for Dalworthington Gardens, Bill Wayboard. Bill, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. It's an honor to be here.
It is an honor to have you. I know you were very good friends with Chris Kyle, America's deadliest military sniper. When did you two decide that getting together a bunch of teachers in an auditorium and teaching them about handguns was a good idea?
Well, the first seeds were planted back in November and December when we started talking about CHLs, and like I said, my son Travis, he says, hey, why don't y'all do a few teachers free first to get it kicked off, and of course it snowballed into a 1,000-seat venue with over 700 people there on Saturday, and then after Connecticut it kind of rolled really quick, and we were really anxious to do what we could to help educate and chase out some of those spirits of fears about guns and gun safety.
Sure, and you weren't really pushing policy, you were just pushing safety, trying to get people to understand how you could safely use a gun. Now, for the 700 people who showed up over the weekend, Chief, what comes next?
Well, they have to qualify, and we will spend the next several weeks, we have several days planned where they go on the range. Yesterday we qualified some 145 teachers. They did marvelous. Everybody passed. They did very, very well. They followed instructions. Those teachers have a tendency to be rule followers.
Absolutely, sure they do. Of course, the National Rifle Association has called for an armed personnel member in every school. You obviously think that's a very good idea.
I think that we need to do something in the schools, absolutely.
Like what?
Well, I think there's several options for people, and why I believe in local control and local policy should rule there is that if they want armed people in the school, they need to be trained to do these things. They need to be profiled to make sure that they're the ones that we want in those places, and that they can respond to the incident as we need them to be, whether they're armed security or whichever way the school goes. Even if they go with armed teachers, they need a little bit more advanced training and need to be profiled. We don't necessarily want everybody carrying guns, but we want the right people.
And the people who have the guns have to know what they're doing, and that's why there are follow-up courses, and you got to get certified and things like that. Texas law does allow Texas law allows school personnel, once they're certified, to carry. Ultimately, Chief, more safety, more protection can't hurt, right?
It certainly can't hurt, and more education and more training certainly cannot hurt. That's how we overcome, these issues and get rid of the myths and get rid of the fear. That absolutely cannot hurt.
Sure. Well, let's see what happens next. You had a big weekend down there in Texas. Bill Waybourne from the Dalworthington Gardens, where he is the Chief of Police there. Sir, thank you very much for joining us today on Fox and Friends.
It was great to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you.